Hi Sharon, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thanks for asking. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Uh, Today we are going to know how to use range function with for loop. The syntax of using range function is for number or for number in range of a comma b. That means starting value where we will start where we want to start the range and ending value. Here b is not included. In that we will write the code. And in the same way, we can also use step. Here, this steps specifies plus one minus one, like how many steps it has to increase. It will generally increase one step. And if we want to decrease the step, we can use minus. Mhm. Let's see with an example. I have already created today's folder and I'm just saving this in that folder as range. And now we can also use range for variables like range of 1 comma 10. And if I print n, if I execute this, it is printing range. And in for loop, I'm taking for n in range of 1 comma 10. I'm just printing n. Then it will print values from 1 to 9. Because here 10 is not included. The last index will not be included or last number will not be included. Uh, if I take 11, then it will print 10 also. And we already discussed there is a step value. And if I take n in range of 1 comma 11 comma 2, it will increase this values to 2. That means it will first print 1 and then it will print 3 like that. Print n, and it is 13579 because it is increasing um, plus 2 to this value, and then it will become 3, and then it will add again 2 and then again 2. In that way it will print. uh, we can also use to decrease the step. If I take 11 1 and I am using minus 2, it will print 11 9 8 7 3. Here 1 will not be taken because this is this here 1 is not included. That means, let's say, in this 11 is not included. and here 1 is not included. In this way, we will perform negative step, and if we take this as 1 comma 11, and in this way we will perform positive step. And let's take an example that we are adding the sum of total numbers, whole numbers from 1 to 100. Then we can simply use for loop. I'm just taking total equal to 0, and for n in range of 1 comma 101, because we are just whole numbers from 1 to 100. So we need 100 also. That's why we can increase the value. We can write 101 further because this is not included, right? That's why. And I'm adding it to total. Total plus equal to n. And then I'm just printing the total value. Sum of whole numbers from 1 to 100. And here I'm just taking total. It is printing me 5050. In this way, we can use for loops. We use range in for loop. And next, we will discuss about while loop. While loop, this loop will continue going when the particular, until the condition is false, or like say, while a particular condition is true. Continue executing while a particular condition is true. If we take real life example, if we take a car, then it will run until the fuel is there. But if the fuel is not there in the tank, it won't run. In the same way, while loop will execute. I'm just taking the new file and saving it as while. Oh, syntax. Right. The syntax of while loop is while condition. We have to code. And until the condition is false, it will execute the code again and again. Let's take some example. For example, I am taking a value I equal to 5, and I am checking while I less than or equal to 10, I have to print that number. Print number, and I am printing I value. And next, I have to increment it with plus 1. I plus equal to 1. And now I am running this. Here it is displaying 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And when it becomes 11, it will terminate the loop because here the condition will be false when I value is 11. And if I forget to place this I plus equal to 1, it will enter into infinite loop. So we we will definitely increment the value and we will definitely set the value for while loop. Otherwise, it will enter into the infinite loop. Like the other, we can also create loop like this while true and other example of infinite loop. This will run infinite. Here we are taking an example. I am implementing a while loop for checking username. If the username is equal to exit, it has to exit or um, it has to exit the loop. Until then, it has to ask for username. I'm just taking a variable username equal to as empty while username equal to exit. It has to ask for user input. Username equal to input of enter username. And now I'm just running this code. Or let's take test. Okay, not equal to. Here we have to place not equal to exit because when this condition is false, that this won't execute, right? That's why I have to place not equal to. And now I'm just running it. I'm taking it as sharing and next 3 xyz. And when I type exit, it will exit the loop. And here we can also take other value like test. And if run this code, if I take same names and if I type test, then it will exit the loop. In the same way, we can use while loop for repeating the task multiple times until the condition is false. And our next topic is loop control statements. In this, we have continue and break. These statements are used inside the loop. This continue is used to skip the current iteration and jump into next iteration. Let's see. These are used inside loops. Use it to skip the current iteration and jump into next iteration. We can use these statements in both for and while loop. Let's see with an example. I'm again creating a new file and saving it as continue. And next, the syntax of this is, and for loop, the syntax is for item in list of items. And if you want to write code, we can write some code here and we will check the condition. If this condition is true, we can use continue. And then if we have any code, we can write again the code here. When the condition is true and it will continue, that means it will skip this code and again start from here. Again, it will start from here, but it won't execute the loop completely. Like, let me show you with an example. I'm taking a new file. Oh, I think I have already created. Yeah. And I'm just taking numbers from 1 to 10 and except 5. For example, implementing a for loop that prints numbers from 1 to 10 except 5. And here I'm using for loop for m in range. We can use any variable in the place of m. 1 comma. I just need, I just need to print 10 also. So I am adding 11 and then I'm checking the condition. If condition, oh, sorry. If n equal to 5, I have to use continue. And then I just want to print number, or I can simply print the number. I'm executing this C. Here, 5 is not printed because we just used continue for that and print statement is below the continue. If we use this print statement above, for example, I am using it here, it will print 5. We have to be very careful when using these statements, control statements. And here the value 5 is not printing. It is displaying from 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is just skipping that value and again executing from here. It is again executing from the for loop. And then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is also printed. And we can implement same for while loops. I'm implementing same function using while loop. Then we just simply take a variable as I equal to 0 and while I less than or equal to 10, I just want to increase the value of I plus equal to 1 and then I'm checking the condition. If I equal to 5, continue. And then I am printing the value of I. It will execute in the same way. Okay, or let's take as 1 and after printing we can add this variable. Uh, then it will print 11. Here what happened is we are incrementing the value before, so it is printing one value. It's printing only 4. I'm just using continue. I equal to 1 and while I less than or equal to 10, I just want to print I. Then okay, I plus equal to 1. It is printing from 10 and now I am adding the condition. If I equal to 5, I have to continue. What continue step? Then it's looking for, but continue has to continue.
I pinged you one. If you do it like this, it works.
Yeah, yes. I just incremented it after, so it is always checking for 5 and okay. And in this way, we'll continue. The problem with previous code is when we are incrementing after continue, it will again taking 5. That's why it is not printing 1 to, I mean, values after that.
Yeah.
Uh, yes. And then, and the next one is break. Yeah, for while. We have to write while condition and the code. And then if condition, we have to write the continue statement. And then we'll mention the code here. In this way, we can write continue statement and then break. And here, break is used to exit the loop completely. The syntax of break is we can use same syntax for break also, but we will use break in the place of continue. Here I'm taking a new file and saving it as break. And now I'm just implementing the same program, but I just need them. If the loop enters into 5, it has to completely terminate. Then I'm taking the value using for loop for I in range of 1 comma 11. If I equal to 5, I'm just breaking it, break. And then I'm printing the value of I. And now I'm running this code. It will print from 1 to 4. If I take 8 here, then it will print up to 7. In the same way, we can implement while loop. I'm taking some random value for I equal to 0, and while I less than or equal to 10, I'm just incrementing I plus equal to 1, and then I'm checking the condition. If I equal to 8, then I am breaking the loop. I am using break statement, and then I am printing I. Now it will print from 1 to 7 because I have used 8 here. And if I use print statement on top, then it will print 9 also. Let's see, I mean 8 also. Because the break is written after this code, so it is printing as X. Here, when we use break statement, it will directly terminate the loop. It won't execute. That means it will terminate the loop and run outer conditions like if I print something like 5, it will directly terminate the loop. But whereas continue, it won't directly terminate the loop. It will run next iteration. And now we are going to discuss about strings. We have already discussed about strings in previous classes, like we use double quotes, single quotes, and triple quotes for creating strings. And now we are going to see how to access strings using indexing. Uh, we have already accessed lists using indexing. In the same way, we can also access strings. Like for example, I'm taking an example. Root is equal to apple. If I want to access particular item, this I will take A as 0, P, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we can also have negative indexing like -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. We can access with indexing, but can't change these strings because these are immutable. Let's see, like root of uh, 1 like this we can access. Mm. I'm just creating a new file and saving it as a string. I'm just taking a random value, for example, I will take the same value, root equal to banana. And now I just want to access the letter N first, and then I will print, or like say, I will take it as letter equal to root of, here the index of N is 0, 1, and 2. So I can place 2 here and I will print that letter. It will print N. In the same way, we can access elements like 1. Always, the index will always starts from 0. So if I take 0, it will print B. In the same way, the negative indexing will start from -1. Um, For example, if I print root of -1, it will print A because here the negative indexing starts from right to left and the positive indexing from left to right. So it is printing root of -1 is A. And if I check for -3, then then also it will print A. Let's take -2, then it will print N. In the same way, we will perform negative indexing. Um, and if I want to print uh, root of index of its length, it will occur an error because let's see, because it is indexed out of range. Here the length of root is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But we have only 0 to 5 indexing. So if we want to access the last element, we can also use minus. If we take negative indexing, then it will work. Because negative indexing starts from -1, -2, -3, -4, 5, and 6. So -6 is B here. That's why it won't raise any error. In the same way, we can also perform slicing using slice operator, which is colon. Let's see. Here I have a fruit as banana. If I want to access all the elements starting from, using slicing, I can simply use fruit and I can simply use colon. It will print the whole banana. Um, and if I use one colon, then it will start from 1 and print up to last. If I won't mention here anything up to last. It will always start from uh, the starting index value, and it is see here it is printing a because we are starting from 1. But if we print here 1 colon 3, and let's see, it is printing an. Here it is 1 and is 2, but here 3 is not included. Like for loop, here also the last index is not included. That means 3. And if we want to reverse the string, we can simply use root of, root colon colon minus 1. First, let me show you how it will work with negative indexing. If I use 1 colon, then it will print from B to N. And if I use 1 colon in start, minus 1 colon in start, then it is printing only A because it is starting from minus 1 and it is N. In the same way, we can also have other attribute which is used for reversing the string. For example, if I want to reverse the string, I'm just using root of colon colon minus 1. And if I want to print reverse string, I can simply print. It is printing A and AB because this is just used to reverse the string. In the same way, if I just place minus 2 in the value of stake, or yes is equal to colon colon 2, and I am now printing it, then it is printing B and N because first it is printing B and adding to that 2 to that index, and then after 2 it will be 2, then it will print N, and again it is skipping this one and it is again printing N value. In the same way this will work. And I'm just saving this an example for, like, say, palindrome. Palindrome is nothing but if we give a word, for example, I am taking mom, the reverse of the word is also same, then it is a palindrome. So mom is palindrome. If I choose any random value like XYZ, this is not a palindrome because when we reverse the string, it is not the same as original. Um, for example, for that I am taking an input from user. S is equal to input of enter any string. I'm checking if it is palindrome or not. For that, we can simply say if s equal to, we already know how to reverse the string. We just use colon colon minus 1, and then I'm just printing it is palindrome because it is, if it is equal to reverse of the string, then it will automatically become palindrome. So if the string s is palindrome, or simply say s is palindrome. else print not. Just running it, I'm giving it as mom. And I'm pressing enter. It is displaying mom is palindrome because MOM, and even we reverse it, it will also become MOM. For example, if I'm taking some like XYZ, this is not a palindrome. If I take other one, if I take that, then it is a palindrome. We can simply use this for reversing the string. And then we have string operations. And this we have plus into plus. We have plus operation and it is used for concatenation. Let's see with an example. Control N, and I'm saving it as string operations. Here the first one is plus, which is used for concatenation. If we want to concat two strings, we can use it. For example, I'm taking S1 equal to, mm, let's take hello, and I'm taking S2 as world, and now I'm just printing the concatenated value. Or let's take C equal to S1 plus S2, and I'm simply printing C value and running this code. It is printing hello world because here we have given space. That's why it is taking space. If we don't give space here, it will just return as it is. Here the plus is used for concatenating the string, and next we have into. This is used to repeat this thing number of times we have given. We can multiply the string with integer, then it will repeat the number of times we will give. For example, I am taking a string. Here I am just taking hello, s equal to hello, and I just want to print it 5 times, then I can simply use s into 5. It will print 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In this way, we can perform multiply operation, and then we have some other operators like in, not in. For example, I can simply print I'm taking again taking hello, and I'm checking. Um, sorry, I'm taking the string and I want to check if O is in this or not. Then I can use in operator. O in hello. Then it will return either true or false. In operator. Or we can simply say it is used to find the substring available or not. Just check. Um, I'm just running this. It is printing true. For example, we can also search for substring. I can search for HEL, then also it is printing true. Um, and if I search for something, if I search for A, then it will display false because A is not in the string. In the same way, we have not in operators. Mhm. I can simply use not in. I'm taking the substring I want to check, and I'm taking the string. If it is not in that statement, it will return true. Or we can simply say opposite to in operator. And if I take HE, then it will return false because it is inside hello, right? It is a part of hello, and we are using not in operator, so it is returning false. And we can also have greater than, less than, like greater than operator used to check the character is greater or not. For example, I just want to print here in Python characters, or in any programming language, small values or have higher value. For example, I'm printing h greater than h. It will print false because small alphabets have greater value. In the same way, if I print in reverse, for example, small h greater than capital H, it will return true. I can also use words for that. For example, I am printing a, some A, B, C, D, and here I am printing A, B, capital C, and D. Then the greater value will be first one because here we will check these. We have capital value, but here which has small value than this value. Or we can also compare words using this. For example, I am taking cat greater than mat. It is printing false because here mat m has more value is higher compared to C. That's why it is printing false. In the same way, we can also use less operator. If I use less than here, then it will be true. And do you have any doubts related to this session?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you. You have a good day.
Bye.